Alright, so let's continue with section 4 of test 3, I believe, test 3. So in the last episode we have finished section 3 to question 20, and that's the end of section 3. Let's keep doing to section 4, and let's go section 4 of test 3. So here's section 4, so let's go. Okay, so the original price is $1,000. Salesman want to discount 30%, and then the manager decided to give 15% discount off the salesman's price. Okay, so number one, so first you got $1,000. So because we want to discount 30%, which means the original gonna be 100 minus 30 over 100, so we have to multiply with 70% of the original price, and then they decided to give another discount, which is 50% of the salesman's price, which is again we want to multiply with 85%, that is 100 minus 15%. Okay, so the result is $595. So the answer is D. Alright, number one is D. Question number two. Okay, so A times 3 minus A plus 2 times A plus 5. So that's 3A minus A squared plus 2A plus, okay, 2 times 5 is 10. So minus A squared plus 5A and plus 10. So the answer is B. Alright. So number 3, let's do it. I could be wrong though, but I don't think so. Number 3, the circle above a center O. Which of the line segment from the above is the greatest? Okay, so we know that the diameter is always bigger than the chord, bigger or equal to the chord. So the diameter is always bigger or equal to the chord. So the greatest length is actually B, is AD, right? Because AD is the diameter, right? Because the length of the diameter is always bigger or equal to the chord. So yes, number 4. Okay. John climbed a mountain at a speed of 1 kilometer per hour and came down at a speed of 2 kilometer per hour. Which of the following graph could be the distance from the bottom of the mountain as a function of time? Okay, so we know that it should be A or B, right? So it is the 4 graph here. Okay, here's the question. So we know that John climbed up the mountain, so from the bottom of the mountain, and then he climbed down, right? So first of all, the distance from the bottom of the mountain has to go up, and then it has to come back down, because John actually climbed down, right? Climbed down. So it should be A or B. Number 4 should be A or B, but A is number 4. Well, you know, when John was climbing up, the speed was 1, and come down, the speed was 2. So when was climbing up, we should have a steeper, a less, you know, I mean the slope of the line climbing down should be more than the slope of the line climbing up, right? So the answer should be A, right? I think 4 is A, because the slope of climbing down should be more than slope of climbing up. So I think it's A, because you can see there. in number A, in number B, the slope of coming up actually, you know, is steeper than the slope of coming down. So yeah, I think it's for A and number 5. Let's try to finish 5, 6, and 7. Number 5. Okay, let's try to finish to number 5. The average speed observed and number of years of training recorded for 20 uh, tennis player was plotted in the grid above. Okay, which of the following statement is supported by the plotted data? Okay, A. The player with the least number of years of training had the slowest serve. That's wrong because guy was 1 year training. He doesn't have the slowest serve. The slowest serve belongs to someone with 3.5 years training here. So 5 A is not. B. The player with the highest number of years training has the fastest serve. Again, not correct because the highest average serve speed is somewhere in the middle at 7 years, when the guys which just have 2.5 year of training doesn't have the highest average speed of serve. So B is wrong. So C. More than half of the player have a serve exceeding 110 miles per hour. We have to count, and more than half of the players have more than 5 years of training. Okay, so let's count how many players have speed serve more exceeding 110 meter per hour, miles per hour. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and possibly 9. So that's not more than a half. So it's actually D left because most more than half of the player have more than 5 years of training. Let's count. So past 5 here is uh, the life of a year equal to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's more than a half. So it's D. All right. And for verify number C, let's look at the line speed equal to 110. So let's calculate how many point exceeding that line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, possibly 9, but it's 8. So it's not more than in half. Okay, so let's check the answer now. One is D, 2 is B, 3 is B, 4 is A, and 5 is D. So this is correct. A and 5 is D. Okay, that's correct. Alright, let's do from number 6. Okay, so number 6. No breakfast, eat breakfast, pass exam, then not pass exam. Okay. Okay, so okay, there's a table of students who eat the breakfast or not, and whether without eating the breakfast or not, do they pass the exam or not? So if one student is who did not pass the exam is choose at random, okay, what is the probability of that person choosing as a breakfast on the same day? Okay, so we only choose a student who did not pass the exam, right? So number 6, we only talk about the student who did not pass the exam, so we have to divide by the student who did not pass the exam, which is 18 plus 12. So what is the probability that that guy ate breakfast? So 12 ate breakfast who did not pass the exam. So that's 12 over 30. So that's 2 over 5. So the answer should be B. Okay. So that's number 6. Let's do number 7. Number 7. The equation above represents the parabola in the xy plane. Okay. The minimum value of I as a constant or coefficient. Okay, so it asks about the minimum of y. So y equal to x plus uh, x squared plus 10x plus uh, 16. Okay, so we have to complete the square. So y is equal to x squared plus uh, 2 times 5 times x. Okay, so plus uh, okay, so 5 is 5 square is 25, right? So it's 5 square is 25, and because it's 16 original, we have the minus 9. So that's just, and we're gonna group this thing together. So this is actually y equal to uh, x uh, plus 5 all square and minus 9. So it is because because uh, because x plus square is bigger than equal to 0. So x plus 5 square is bigger or equal to 0. Therefore, x plus 5 square minus 9 is bigger or equal to minus 9, right? Which means that y is bigger or equal to minus 9. So in general, uh, which display the minimum value of y is just c, right? Okay, I think it's c. Okay, I think it's c. Okay, so let's try number 8. A class of 45 students is divided into two groups. One group has is 9 less than the other. How many students are in the smaller group? So number 8, we have two groups, right? So the first group is A and another group is B, so 45 in total. One group has 9 less, so A minus B, so is equal to 9. So we can solve for A and B. So uh, they ask about B, right? Ask about B. So we can subtract here. So we can subtract 1 for 2. So then we can get rid of A, right? So we can get rid of A. So 1 minus 2. So should be 2B. And that equal to 36, right? So which means that B is equal to 18. So the answer for number 8 is B, right? Alright, that's simple. Number 9. Uh, the function above in the xy plane, okay, fc equal to 3 here. So okay, so I think number 9 I'm gonna have to copy this. Okay, so fc equal to f3. Okay, so let's see. So I have to I think I have to copy this image down, and I'm gonna paste it in here. So so let's pre-screen this, and let's come back to the page to analyze. Okay, so how can I get this done? Come on. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So we can actually zoom in this. Okay. So here. So uh, FC equal to F3. So F of 3. So here. So X is equal to 3 here. So F of 3 is equal to 2. We just have to find out. So FC F3 is equal to 2. So equal to FC. So which value other than 3 give 2? So which value give 2? Uh, which value give 2 is actually negative 1 here, right? So it's actually negative 1 here. That gives 2, right? So C is equal to negative 1. So therefore that's equal to F of negative 1, right? So right, so C is equal to negative 1. So the answer for that question is C. So that's 9C. 9C. Okay. 9C. Alright. Okay, so let's check number 10. 10 and 11 gonna be on the map. Okay, so number 10 and 11. So horsepower versus fuel efficiency for 15 car. Okay, so they give you a scatter plot, horsepower versus fuel efficiency in miles per gallon for 15 car. Okay, the scatter plot show the relationship between horsepower and fuel efficiency for 15 car. The line of best fit is shown. Alright. Alright, so which of these is the best interpretation of the meaning of the slope? So the predicted lie, the predicted increase in car's horsepower for every mile per gallon decrease in fuel efficiency. No, they did not predict increase in horsepower. They did not predict increase in horsepower. They predict mile per gallon. So actually, the predicted mile per gallon increase, okay, for every decrease in of 1 horsepower. Okay, this is kind of right. I think you see. Let's check out the predicted miles per gallon decrease in the car fuel efficiency for every decrease of 1 horsepower. So when horsepower decrease, the fuel efficiency actually increased, right? So the answer is actually C, right? So 10C. Okay. So 10C. Okay. So let's check to number 15, and then I think we are good for this video, right? So let's try to check the number 15. Okay. So let's see. Where was we? So that's section 4 from 1 to 8. And 9 and 10. Okay. Okay. So let's check the 15, and then we can keep doing other things later. Okay. So okay. So Number 11. How many of the 15 cars have a fuel efficiency below the one predicted by the line of best fit? Okay, so let's see again. The line of best fit is okay. So I gonna have to take a snapshot of the line of best fit here, and I'm gonna print it out here. Okay, so we push it down here. So we have here the lines of best fit here. So they ask, what is the question now? So how many, okay, here, how many of the 15 cars have a fuel efficiency below the one predicted by the line of best fit? So here we just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 11 is C, right? So 11 is C because 5 car is below. So 11 is C. Okay. Alright, let's do number 12 because here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is below the line of best fit. So number 12. Okay, so 12 y equal to mx plus b, and we have m is bigger than 0, also b is bigger than 0. Okay. Then the line which cannot contain which of these points? Okay. Okay, so now let's look. Let's examine answer D, 0 and negative 1. So when x is equal to 0, then y equal to m times x, which is 0, and we plus b. So that is equal to b. So 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 when x is equal to 0, then y is equal to b. Okay. But in this case, we have assumed that b is bigger than 0. But in this case, b is equal to negative 1 because y is equal to negative 1. Right? So there's a contradiction here. So y equal to negative 1. So this means b is equal to negative 1 as well. So we create a contradiction. So because b has to be positive, right? So that means that d is not in. It doesn't lie in the line. It's not on the line, right? So the answer is actually D. Okay. Okay. Number 13. Number 13. Let's see. A kitchen equipment store. The price of pot is $40 and the price of pan is $10. Okay. All right. If Amy spent more than 100 less than 150 to buy 3 pots and expand. Okay, so 3 pots, which is 3 times 40 plus expand, so 10. So x times 10, the price of pan, and this is more than 100, right? So this is more than 100, so more than 100, and this is less than 150, right? So we have the two side inequality that here, and so we have to show this inequality. So 100 smaller than 42 plus 10x smaller than 150, right? So we're gonna minus 42 from both sides. So 100 minus 42 smaller. Okay, so let's get rid of 42 in the middle, and on that side smaller than 150 minus 42. So that's 58 smaller than 10x and smaller than 108, right? Which means that Well, we divided both sides for 10. So we're gonna receive 5.8 smaller than x and smaller than 10.8. So which of the following is not a possible value of x, which means x has to be out of the range. So in this case you can see only 12 was out of the range, right? Only 12 was out of the range here, right? 12 was out of the range, so 13 is D. Okay, 13 is D. Alright, let's check out number 14. Okay, so a textbook company ships its book uh, in boxes that can hold 30 pounds. On particular order for shipment of 800 books, each books were 1.4. If each book weighs 1.4 kilograms. Wow, what the fuck? So heavy for a book. How many boxes will be required to fulfill this order? Okay, so 800 book and 1.4 kilogram. So that should be number 14. So it should be 800 book times 1.4 kilogram. So per book, right? So 800 book and book is gonna cancel. Alright. Alright. So and we have to convert this to pound, right? Because 1 kilogram is 2.2 pound. So we have to convert this to pound, 2.2 pound. I just call pound. Per kilogram. Okay, so we have converted this to pound, and each box can hold 30 pounds. So we're gonna divide it by 30 pounds per box. Okay, so that's gonna give us the box. Okay, so number of box. So that's gonna be for the number of box, right? So that's gonna return us the number of box. So it should be, because 800 books, right? And 1.4 kilogram per books, and we convert that to pound, and that is 30 pound per box, and that should give us the number of box. So let's fill in. So that is 800 times 1.4, right? So times 2.2 and divided by 30. So it's 82. That's 82. So 82, 83. So how many boxes will require to fulfill this order? So it's 82.13. So it's 82.13. So so in order to fulfill this this load, we're gonna actually need more than 82, right? We're gonna need more than 82, so it should be 83. So I think 14 is C, 83. Okay, I think 14 is C, 83. So because we have to exceed what is the actual weight. Okay, so that's what I think. And let's check number 15. Okay. A local pizza restaurant advertises a service that delivers pizza within 15 minutes. Wow. The Instagrammable produced by customer who timed the restaurant delivery to the nearest minutes for 15 deliveries. Okay. Based on the histogram, what's the mean delivery time in minutes of the restaurant? Okay. So to calculate the mean, okay, so number 50. So to calculate the mean, we're gonna just take the minute time the number, and we're gonna divide it by the total of number total of number, and that's the total of the okay, I'm gonna write it in the sigma form so it's easier to see. So we're gonna calculate the average, the mean delivery time by calculating the the sum of uh, sum of minutes time number, and we're gonna divide that for uh, the sum of number. So this to the same symbol, the sum of number. Okay, so that symbol means the sum of number. Okay, so that's to calculate the the average of the mean of the minute. So that is actually uh, uh, so 12 minutes is 2 times. Okay, plus what 30 minutes is uh, 3 times, plus 40 minutes is 2 times, plus 50 minutes is 5 times. Alright, 60 minutes is once, and 17 minutes is 2. Alright, so that thing, and we're gonna divide it by the total of number, which is divided by the total of number, which is just 2 plus 3 plus 2 again plus 5, right, which is the frequency of each minute, right, and then plus 1 and plus 2. Okay, so that's the calculation. So let's see what is the result. So let's read it in. So 12 times 2 plus 13 times 3 plus 14 times 2 plus 15 times 5 plus 16 times 1 and plus 17 times 2 divided by 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1 and plus 2. Okay, so what's the result of this? So that's 14.4. Alright, that's 14.4. So okay, so so the answer for 15 should be A. Okay, so let's check out if we get things right or wrong. Okay, so 1 to 50, let's check. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's check question from 1 to 50. Okay, so 1 is D. Okay, that's good. So 1 is D. Okay, 2 is B. Okay, so that's correct. 3 is B. Okay, 4 is A, and 5 is D. Okay, 6 is B. Okay, 7 is C. 7 is C. Okay, because you get just a mean, right? Alright, 8 is B, because B is equal to 18. Okay, so 9. So in this case 9 is C, and 10 is also C. So 9, 10 is C here. That's the answer. So that's correct. 11. That's 11. Yeah. So 11 is C, which is correct. 12 is D, because D is not on the line. Okay. Uh, 13 is D as well, because 13 is D, because 12 is out of the range. Okay. 14 is C, because 82.113. So we have to be uh, it have to be 83, right? Because we have to take more than 82, right? And 15 is A, because it's come out to 14.4. Okay, so that's all correct. 14.4. Okay, 14.4. Yeah. So let's try to finish to number 20. Let's try to finish to number 20. Okay. So number 16. Okay. So they give us ACD and ADE are isosceles. Okay, so if AB equal to AC, okay, so this is really bad drawing. And AB equal to AC. Okay, so this is actually a correct drawing. So I think I'm gonna print screen this, and I'm gonna try to try to analyze it here. Okay, okay, here. So in this thing, AB is equal to AC. ACD and ADE are isosceles, so they have these two triangle has to be isosceles at C and at D, right? Because it could not be otherwise. So what is the value of x? Okay, so BAC, which is this angle, is 20 degree, and AB equal to AC. So we can calculate uh, ABC and ACB, right? So let's do that. So we calculate ABC and ACB. Let's delete this part. We're gonna do it later. Okay. Okay. And this part down here. So delete. I have to be careful with my deletion because delete something important. So this part too. Delete. Okay. Nice. So okay. So now they ask us for the value of x, but to calculate the value of x, we have to calculate the angle ACD, which is the C angle, the big C angle. We have to calculate angle ACD and angle ATE first. Okay. So to calculate ACD, we have to calculate ACB. So because ACB because AB is equal to AC, so this means that ABC AB BAC is isosceles isosceles celes. So this is BIC. So we know that ABC, which is angle B, which is angle B, has to be equal to the angle ACB, ACB, and that has to be 180 minus BAC and divided by 2, which is uh, BIC, which is uh, 180 minus 20 divided by 2. That's 80. That's 80 for each of the angle. Okay. So ACB is equal to 80. Nice. Okay. But now we know that ACD is just equal to 180 minus ACB. Okay. So that's it just well 180 minus 80. So that's 100. Okay. So ACD is 100. Okay. But we know that ACD, the triangle ACD is isosceles. So this should be a triangle here. Okay, so because we know that a triangle ACD is isosceles at C, the triangle ACD is isosceles. So so we can deduce that. Okay, here. So we have to find x, right? So we can need ADE. So what we should calculate is ADE, CDA gonna be equal to, well, you know, it's just I don't need CAD, so gonna be 180 minus ACD, and that's divided by 2, right? So that's actually equal to CAD as well, but that doesn't matter, okay? So that's actually 180 minus ACD. What's ACD is 100, so that's over 2, so that's 40. Okay, so that's 40. Okay, so we know now that ACD, this angle CDI, so this angle now, yeah, is equal to 40, right? So we can calculate this complement angle. So ADE, so we can calculate ADE. So we can calculate ADE. ADE gonna be 180 minus ADC CDI, all the same. So that's just 180 minus 40. That's 140. Okay. Okay. And you know, similarly, we can do, because we also have ADE is isosceles. So again, we know that x is equal to a uh, a AED 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 AED. So that is just 180 minus ADE ADE ADE, and that's divided by 2, right? So that is 180 minus 140 divided by 2, so that's 20, right? So x is equal to 20. So the answer for this one is 16, which should be C, right? So 20. Yeah. Okay. 17. Okay. A large group of friends who have dinner at the restaurant will charge them a survey fee of 12% of original meal price. Okay, what's that a golden drum? So what's that a golden drum say restaurant? Okay, so uh, so after this fee is factored in, the group used a coupon to get 25% of the total. At the end, what's the percent discount that the group receive of the original prices? Okay, so this is actually like this. So 17. So the original price is actually 8. So they have to take 12% uh, service fee. So that's 8 times 100 plus 12 over 100. So that's 12 additional 12%. So the group used coupon to get 25% off the total. So this is original total. So now this total gonna with the free gonna multiply with 25% off. So that's 100 minus 25 over percent. Okay, so that's actually 8 times 112 percent times with 75%. So let's convert that to percent. How many percent of 8? So that's just 80% of 8. So that's just 80% of 8. All right. So so this cow is actually 16%, right? So 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 it should be 16%, right? So answer should be B. Okay. 4. Okay. Uh, let's check number 18, 19, and 20. So 18. Okay. So a rectangle box is 4-inch wide, 6-inch long, and 8-inch deep. So if the box is filled with cubes, each has size 2, until no space left, how many cubes are needed? So this is just an easy question. Number of cubes. So it's just the volume of the box divided by the volume of the cube. Okay. So volume of the box is 4 times 6 times 8, right? And volume of the cube, because it's a cube, so that's divided by 2 times 2 times 2. So I think the answer is just 24. So the answer for 18 is B. Actually B. Okay, so let's try 19. Okay, so 19. So so y to the power b divided by y to the power of 1/2. Okay, so y to the power 1/2. Okay, that's equal to 1 to the power of y squared. Okay, so that's y to the power of b minus 1/2, and that's equal to y to the power of 0, because 1 is y to the power of 0, divided by y to the power of 1/2, y to the power of 2. So that's y to the power of 0 minus 2. So that means that b minus 1/2 is equal to 0 minus 2, which is minus 2. Okay, so this means that But B is equal to minus 3 half. So the answer should be A. Okay. Okay, number 20. Okay, so AB is parallel to CD. Okay. If BC is equal to 15, what is the length of EC? Okay, okay. So 20. So in this one we're gonna use Thales theorem. Thales theorem. So because AB is parallel to CD, so we know we have the ratio, right? So AB, so we have to over DC, so we have to take the corresponding point, so that's equal to okay, so that's equal to BE over CE. Okay, so that means that AB is 4 over DC is 6, so that's equal to BE over CE. Okay, so that's actually 2 over 3. Okay, but we know that BE plus CE that's just equal to BC, right? So that's just 15. So you can figure out that BC is equal to 6 and CE is equal to 9. So the answer for 20 should be D. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so let's check it out from the beginning of this section. So on this D, let's check it out. Okay, so here, so let's check it out. So on this D, okay, two is B, 3 is B, 4 is A, and 5 is D. So 6 is B again. Okay, so 7 is 6 is B, and 7 is C. Okay, 7 is C. Good. 8 is B. Okay, so 2 8, yeah, correct. 8 is B. Is 18. Okay, so let's check the number 9. Here. 9 is C and 10 is C. 9C, 10C. So all correct. 9C, 10C. So 11 is C. Okay, so 12 is D. 12 is D here. So 13 is also D. 13 is also D. And 14 is C. 83. Okay. So 15 is A. Okay, 15 is A. Okay. Okay. 16. Okay, where's 16? Where's 16? I was doing. Okay, 16 is over here. 16 is C. It's 20. Okay, 16 is C. 17 is B. So it's 16% discount. So 17 is B. 16C, 17 is B. 18B, 19A. 19A exactly. And 20D. 20D. Okay, so we use similar triangle. In this case, I use a Thales theorem. Okay, it's just all the same. And 20 is D. Okay, so it's all correct. Okay, so I think that's enough for this section and video. So is there any, I'm gonna check the rest in next video. So thank you very much for listening. So if you have any question, please comment in the section down below. So or you have any requests on which test I should check, please comment and we're gonna check it together. So thank you very much for listening. Have a good day. Goodbye. Have a good day.